guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel. Today I am back with another speed build and we are building a tiny house today. This is actually a suggestion that I've gotten from a ton of you guys over the last couple of weeks, so I thought it would be fun to finally go ahead and do it, and we are building a vampire tiny house today. So I kind of went with like what I would consider kind of a classic tiny house feel. It has a loft. It's very like rectangular, but I used a lot of the wallpapers and windows and doors and such that we got with the vampire game pack, and I really like how this came out. It's super simple, and it ends up having a loft bedroom that just has enough space for one sim who's up there. But I also have a bedroom downstairs that you could have for anybody, but I have it decorated to be a baby's bedroom, so it does have a little vampire bassinet in it. So this is a one coffin, one bassinet home instead of like a 1 or 2 bedroom home, so it's a little bit of a weird layout, and I think, you know, you could do different stories there. Maybe you have a single vampire living here with their child, or you could, of course, get rid of the coffin and put a bed up in the loft instead and have 2 vampires living in this home. Totally up to you guys. I just thought it would be kind of fun to have a coffin upstairs. I really liked that idea. And of course, the baby's bedroom could also be repurposed to be literally like an office, a gym, whatever you would like, or just like a spare bedroom, like a place for your victims to sleep if you're gonna play as a vampire that like has humans come over for you to drink their blood. And I made some decisions inside based on the idea of us inviting humans over who maybe are our food source potentially. So we'll get to that when we get to the interior, but the outside is pretty much coming together here. It ends up looking like this. I do end up shrinking that tree down at some point. I'm not sure if I have that on camera, but I did put a lot of ivy on the outside of this house, which I'm pretty happy with how that came out. I also just really enjoy using some of the plants that came with this game pack, and I thought about using that really chunky, like giant dead tree in this yard, but I believe I got rid of that in the end. It just didn't look right to me for some reason. I think it's just because it looks so much different than the rest of the trees in the game, and I really wanted it to be kind of cohesive. So we ended up using just some of the normal size dead trees in this, and of course, if you change the seasons in this game to fall, you'd probably get dead trees anyway. I just thought the ones that came with the game looked pretty nice. But here we are figuring out the upstairs loft area. And we do a bunch of landscaping on the outside, I think, before we do the actual decorating. But we're just trying to figure out the floor plan a little bit and finagle some of this trim that's being a little bit not cooperative. So figuring out that now, and we'll be moving the house over to this side of the lot because we're going to be building like a little graveyard area over to the other side, because I really wanted to build this home in Forgotten Hollow, which is the world that we got with Vampires game pack. However, there's no lots that are like the size I would want a tiny house to be on, so I picked the smallest one and I had a whole lot of landscaping to do, but it's pretty simple. It's just a graveyard. I didn't want anything too crazy complicated because, I mean, it's a graveyard. I guess I didn't think it needed to be anything too complicated, but I did raise up this tree in the middle, and we grabbed a bunch of these tombstones which came with vampires. Of course, you could place down some real tombstones if you have Sims who have passed away, or you can get the ones out of debug as well. But that's the trunky tree that I'm pretty sure I got rid of in the end. I tried to make it work for a while, but there we are, just using some regular dead trees, which I think looks a whole lot better, and some other trees as well, which of course will die in the winter months. Actually, it would be really pretty to see this in the winter. However, when I was taking the screenshots and like the little panning in view in the beginning of this video, it was in the middle of the summer, in the middle of a heat wave during the day, and the lighting in Forgotten Hollow during a heat wave is so pretty. I was like, this world is gorgeous. I was like really excited about it. So you probably saw that in the beginning or in the thumbnail, or you'll see it in the screenshots at the end. It's just so pretty. Like I love it so much. But we're up in the loft area now, and I'm putting a couple of mirrors in this giant painting that I had of Vlad. I believe the first person I saw do that was Hey Harry, I think. She, I think, mostly does CC now, but she sometimes uploads on YouTube, and she used to stream a lot on Twitch. Fantastic simmer, and I love that little trick. I love combining items in general. I just think it looks cool. And I know like a mirror isn't a super functional item for a vampire because they can't see themselves, but you should still be able to like change your outfits and stuff in it for gameplay purposes, and I just thought it looked really pretty. Plus, I mean, like, if they can see the people they're with in the mirror. So, if they want to see humans that happen to be up in their loft coffin bedroom, then they can see themselves in the mirror. So that's good, right? Other people can use that. I have a lot of stuff in this house that are definitely... the items in this house are more geared towards visitors, I suppose, because you don't really need a kitchen in a vampire home because they don't eat food. They drink plasma. So we didn't need a kitchen, but we have a kitchen. So that way, if anyone is over and needs anything, we have our kitchen there. I don't think there is a sink in the kitchen though, but I figured we have one in the bathroom and that it was fine. So no worries on that. And this is just the outdoor balcony area we have over by the bedroom. It's pretty spacious. Obviously your vampire would probably only want to come out here if they are immune to the sunlight or during the nighttime. But thankfully Forgotten Hollow is dark more of the day than it is light. It gets dark really early here. But I figured that would be a nice place to go outside and do a couple of skill building activities. I end up having a chess table and an easel out there, so there's definitely some stuff to do. And then this is going to be the little baby's bedroom. I really wanted to use the bassinet because it is so cute, as well as this giant bat stuffed animal. It's really cute, and I don't know how often I get to use it because I don't build vampire things that often. And I go to town with spooky stuff around October because I'm really into Halloween. So if you're new to the channel, October, there is so many spooky builds on the channel. I did that a lot last year and even more the year before. I really love making spooky stuff, whether it's recreations of homes from movies and shows or just scary, creepy things, the stories I come up with on my own. It's all a lot of fun. I really like Halloween, a lot. So anyway, I haven't done something like this in a while, since October basically. So it was definitely a refreshing thing to come and visit a vampire home and also making in tiny form. So I hope you guys do like this. And if you do, it is available on the gallery if you search Gryphi or the hashtag MsGryphi. That information is also down below, and there should be a direct download link if you want to go to the gallery website to download this. That should also be down below. If you'd like to grab this. I've been trying really hard to make sure to include those download links, and I've been pretty good at it so far, so hopefully I can keep that up. But we are about to work on the kitchen area. As you can see, there's just a bunch of random items down here because when I was going through the catalog, I just kind of placed a bunch of items I thought I might want to use in the middle of the downstairs, and some of them I end up using, some I don't. But that's why there's just some random items down here. I also thought about using these cabinets from vampires, but I don't think I used them in the end. I'm pretty sure I used some base game cabinets, the more traditional ones that we got with base game. And I used a lot of candles down here, which I really like how that came out. And I know having these candles under this cabinet is probably a fire hazard, but we're gonna not think about that. This is a vampire home and it's okay, apparently. Just lots of candles. These are fire resistant. Fire resistant cabinets. That's what I'm going with for this. But here we are switching out those cabinets for the ones from base game. And then we'll be adding a little table and chairs over here. And I ended up adding a fruit bowl on this table, which obviously the vampires wouldn't be eating that because they only drink blood. However, I thought, the humans that come over that they might be drinking from, they're like, oh, here, would you like some fresh fruit? And maybe the sweetness of the fruit is sweetening up the plasma that they would be producing for our vampire sim that lives here. So we'll be adding that momentarily. But first, we're trying to figure out a flooring in this kitchen. I believe we ended up using the tiles, these ones from Get Famous, which I thought looked pretty nice. The gold trim on them I thought looked really cute. It's definitely a little bit more fancy and something I haven't used before. And there is that little fruit bowl I had mentioned. I thought that was kind of a cute little detail. And now we're heading into the living space, which I really, really like how it came out. But first we wanted to add a bench outside. I kept finding items and being like, oh, let me go place this somewhere first. Because that's just kind of how it works. I haven't used the vampire stuff in a while, so definitely coming across things that I forgot about. I also really wanted to use these curtains that came with vampire stuff, but they didn't work very well sized down. They had a very bad shadow. So I ended up using these base game curtains, which I think came out really nice in the end because I don't use it too often, but they are so pretty. I also thought about adding a fireplace because we have a giant fire chimney outside, but I got rid of it in the end. So we just have a chimney that just heats the house. It's not, there's no fireplace attached to it. I don't know how that works, but I've definitely lived in houses before that have like chimneys coming off of them, but they don't have a fireplace. So whatever makes that work is what this scenario is. But there's definitely a strong accent color of red in this home, and I just think it came out really cute. And I used a lot of paintings from the vampire pack and a little bookcase over here and an end table with this beautiful candelabra. I just think it looks so cute in here. And I know it's like very like dark and vampire and red and black, but I still think it's really cute. I also just love this color scheme and I'd like to use it more. So hopefully that's something I can do in the future. But of course, we're adding a thermostat and a fire alarm in the kitchen, as well as some tea. You know, we want to make sure we offer our guests some refreshments while they are here, for whatever reason they are here. And then a couple more accessories, but I don't think I added that in the end. And then of course, working on the bathroom. I believe we only need a shower as a vampire, and I think you can get a unlock a power so you don't have to shower anymore, but you don't have to use the bathroom as a vampire. So, you know, a fully functioning bathroom isn't like the top of your like necessity list as a vampire, but I wanted to include it for the parts that you do need, as well as when you have guests over. So this is the bathroom. It's nothing too crazy. It's pretty simple, just a couple of decorations and everything your Sims would need if they need to relieve themselves. But anyway, on that note, we're coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this. We'll be going to screenshots momentarily. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that little bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye everybody!